treated as a subject of inferiority by law enforcement. It's like so natural that it's like, I've had Ella Baker training. Me and Lissa was in Tennessee last summer, moving the movement with Marion Wright Edelman. I've had Snick teach me and Julian Bond and all these people. So for me, it's not so traumatic. And it's like growing up, you always have interactions with law enforcement as an African American male. It happens to African American women as well, but not so much as being a male. The fear that they always associate with their activity is always for the African American male for some reason. But it's like, I think on some level they think they know that they deserve some kind of butt whipping for what they've been doing to us for so long, so they're afraid. But when people say they've been traumatized by these civil actions and police hitting their sticks and hitting their hands and, pointing out people and tear gassing, for me it's like I'm so ready for that because it's like I've grown up in it. And that's sad to say that. And it's like, I'm ready for that confrontation. I've been choked by police. They put guns in my face. I've had that so much that it's like, give me all you got of that. So it's like, for me, in these situations, I want to help people deal with that because I don't want you to be traumatized because we might be in this fight for a long time.
We will be in this fight for a long time.
Exactly. So get comfortable with having these discussions. And if I need to help train some of you to be prepared for that civil disobedience, you can look at a book by Henry David Thoreau, who wrote the book called Civil Disobedience. Just look at some of these things. And I'm reading right now, Martin Luther King, Why We Can't Wait. If we can get a book list of what people need to be reading right now to help them understand these things a little bit better, we need to start that list going around. But I feel you. And if Kizzy, if you need something from me, you got it. But we need to be able to lean on each other a little bit better so we're not so traumatized and go through secondary trauma from seeing someone being victimized as well.
I would add to that list Frantz Fanon, Black
Absolutely.
Skin, White Masks, which I'm reading now.
Definitely.
And then I'm about to read The Wretched of the Earth by Frantz Fanon.
Absolutely.
I mean, he goes in, and it's applicable to the United States, even though he's talking about black people in a different country.
Definitely.
But the other thing that you raised, Jason, that I think is important is this issue of desensitization faced by black men because you're constantly having these negative encounters with law enforcement. So some of the young men that I've worked with in the community talk about when they come into the office and they say a gun was pulled on them by an officer or they were searched without permission. And I say, well, doesn't that make you feel like X? No, this happens all the time. And I can't imagine it. I can't imagine just walking down the street and constantly being accosted, searched, talked to any kind of way, the threat of arrest happening regularly. I'm getting a little taste of that from Black Lives Matter and everything else, but this is a regular daily occurrence for African American men, and we haven't paid attention to it. And like you said, increasingly women and girls as well.